Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, SavvyEngineer here with another upload. It's been a while since I've posted on my YouTube channel. Hopefully I can get back into the swing of things, but I had a chance to play the beta over the past weekend. I got invited as I was a Halo insider prior to like September 13th. I played Halo 5 quite a bit when I had an Xbox and when kind of Halo 5 was more relevant. But nonetheless, after playing this weekend, there are some cons and there are some pros with this game. But there definitely needs to be some changes made. It is a beta, but just based off this past weekend of playing, I can see myself getting really frustrated with the gameplay if it stays like how it plays now. First we'll go over some of the pros and then we'll kind of dive more into the cons. After this training mode, there is a gameplay of one of the first games I played. I think it was one of the first 3 games I played. This was the Friday of that weekend. Next weekend or this coming weekend, there's going to be big team battle, so I'll probably release another video with that. But yeah, we'll just dive right into it.
Oh, let's go. 3 stars. I don't know about this one. We'll see.
Okay, so this first match is on live fire. It's a Slayer match. This was one of the first few games that I played, and this map probably came second on my list for out of the 4 maps that were presented to us. Behemoth came last because we were playing 4v4 on a map you know, that really should be 8v8 of some sort. I know the whole idea behind Behemoth was to bring vehicles back into arena, but as soon as the team got, you know, a ghost or any of the power weapons and they had a combo of a vehicle, it became really one-sided, and you know, you had to wait a few minutes for a power weapon to spawn to actually take out the ghost or the warthog. So I didn't really like that aspect. Maybe it'll change in like an 8v8 setting, but I feel like that was definitely the worst map out of the 4. Live fire second, Bazaar first, and then Recharge third. Recharge layout, you know, kind of made you play towards the outside of the map, and you just kind of waited for people to push into the middle of the map to actually capitalize on a gunfight. So I didn't really like how that played out. Bazaar was really good because, you know, there's cover in the middle. You can play for the power weapons and the power-ups on the side, and then both sides have options to have different weapons, whether it's a BR, V1K, plasma, and then you have your grapples and your
oh my god,
I forget what it's called. It's whatever I just used in the video. So I found that Bazaar played the best, but let's kind of hop into the cons of it.
Way, man.
I don't like how the game presents you with a gunfight now. You know, you're kind of dependent on weapons other than the pistol on the map, because now you have a 12-shot pistol, which you can realistically only get 1 kill out of the mag. And then you have to commit to a reload in the middle of a gunfight. You can't rely on the pistol to finish the gunfight and then kind of reload after that. So the commitment to a gunfight kind of the way it's set up now forces you into a gunfight where you really can't win, you know, against that equally skilled player. And then as you throw in another player into that mix, and then you know, you really have no chance. So that kind of, you know, controls the most of the match. You know, getting into your initial gunfight with the pistol and then looking for other weapons on the map, you know, it's, you know, I don't really enjoy that aspect of it. But yeah.
Yeah, go down there. But
Another con would have to be the melee range. I felt like that it was very inconsistent in this preview. You know, there was times when I thought I was close enough for melee lunge,
what the fuck?
for beatdown, and it just wouldn't give it to me, even though, you know, I felt like I was right in front of the player. But and then vice versa, it was like the enemy was getting these insane lunges on me where I wasn't able to get that on them. So I felt like the melee range probably needs to be increased slightly, and then on top of that, the pistol needs to be kind of reworked, because, you know, you can get into a gunfight, miss it, like and the fire rate on it, you have to have a godlike trigger finger and hit all your shots with it. So I feel like that needs to be reworked, whether it's a smaller mag and a more stable reticle to hit like your perfect your sixth shot on the player. But yeah, those are definitely two big cons that I feel like need to be reworked. And then kind of that really sets I feel like the meta for how to enter a gunfight for most of your engagements in the game. You know, you get sucked into a gunfight that you really can't make it out of with the weapon that you have, it being the pistol. So I feel like that needs to be reworked. Another con was definitely the beta experience, you know, finding matches. You know, you would get queued up against a 4-man team or 4-person team, and it would obviously not go in your favor, because I was solo queuing this whole weekend, and you know, it felt like every second game I was getting put into a 4-man squad. So I didn't like how that was being played out. It kind of seemed like there was skill base in the game, but it didn't go in your favor if you were solo queuing. So those are just a few of the cons. Some of the pros were definitely kind of the customization and the content surrounded the battle pass and the armor hall. You know, being able to customize your character and the opposing team's bloom or shields was very enjoyable. Like, as you can see here, I have the enemy team set to purple. Later in the weekend, I set it to pineapple, which was like very bright and vibrant. Yeah, you can easily tell whether or not you knock their shields off or not. And then I felt like another pro was the look of the game. Most definitely the look of the game, the textures, the color, and the in-game settings for the graphics. They were beautiful. I was getting like in this gameplay, you could see I was getting about 140 frames FPS. There were some times later in the weekend when I adjusted my settings a little bit more, I was getting like 190, 180. The latency to the servers were also pretty good. Like, I was at most, this was probably one of my higher ping games. I was getting like 60 milliseconds. Some games I was getting 30, which was really good. And it was pretty average. You know, every odd game I get a 60 millisecond game, which was good. But I'm looking forward to this next weekend's big team battle and what it has to bring. I'll probably do an updated video with, you know, my pros and cons again next weekend. But for the most part, that'll be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to ask something, leave a comment. Other than that, enjoy your day. Bye.